you know, we shouldn't be seeing the Tombstone go down too early on in the middle of these fights.
Yeah, I guess. To be honest, I would have liked to see a Puck. Puck off lane and a Sand King support, I think, would have worked, but also would have given them the ability to kill the anti-mage.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to go quickly through the roster. So, on the side of Fox Gaming, playing on the Radiant team, we've got Jesus on the Io. On the Undying is, of course, going to be Daisy. It's going to be TCG on the Mirana. On the Tiny is going to be Styling, and that leaves, of course, Lon. Not playing TA, playing a Sand King instead. Bit of a different one. But it's still very lane dominating, and especially up against a melee matchup that he should be, no matter how they run it. It should be quite a bit of farm he does get, as they are going to be smoking up, as AC is going to be on the Wyvern, on the Viper is going to be Zen, on the Spirit Breaker Textile, on the Brewmaster is going to be Hakumen, and that leaves Tranquillo on his anti-mage. He's played this a number of times, but Arrow flies on through. He's actually going to be missing that, but the toss out on to Tranquillo is going to be there, and yeah, just slightly mistiming it. They needed to throw the Sand King first, and then throw the arrow.
They needed to have the Barrel Strike to guarantee the arrow connect. That's kind of costly, actually, because that's mana used on the Io, the Sand King, as well as the Mirana.
Actually, it is going to be...
They have no mana regen on anybody.
Okay, it is going to be Textile on the Spirit Breaker, and yeah, he just got a nice little ward on the mid lane.
Because I've seen AC play a lot in the past, and I don't know. Between AC and Textile, I would say I would prefer to have Textile on 4.
I think it's much more about the hero matchup in particular.
Okay.
I would imagine that it's actually, you know, that AC plays a lot of Wyvern, and so because of that, you know...
That's true, AC plays a lot of Wyvern.
Their team is probably like, you don't play Wyvern, do you, Textile? And Textile goes, no. No, I don't play this hero. But, yeah.
AC does play a lot of Wyvern.
It's not a complicated hero, but it's still not a bad hero. I still think the TCG should be able to get a decent amount of farm in this lane. In this mid lane. I mean, obviously he gets a deny and stuff like that, but
I mean, the last time we said he was going to get a decent lane, he got completely crushed.
Yeah.
Granted, it was Zemistry, different X-God, and I mean, I haven't seen Zen play for a while, but he's also got a fairly favorable matchup here. Don't forget. I still maintain Viper is like nearly unbeatable.
Oh, all right, we have a creep stuck in the middle of the air.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yep, Starling getting a CS from heaven. Yeah, this Starling Tiny, again, he's probably going to be telling his IO just to sit around and pull. He's not going to be having the most amount of fun up against a Brewmaster. I mean, no one ever does. He's missing half of his hits. But
yeah,
it is going to be
okay. Wait, they killed the anti-mage?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Arctic Burn was used, no, that was ages ago. So
no, they got a lot of decay out onto him.
Okay, he just gets
killed him.
cocky in the vicinity of the Sand King and Undying, I guess. Yeah, this is difficult for Tranquillo. I would not be surprised to see him max Spell Shield before maxing Mana Break this game. Yeah. I don't think he needs Mana Break if he's just gonna rad. Because he's not gonna be fighting early.
As I said, I mean, the Sand King very good up against those melee laners, and so is Undying. And yeah, I mean, AC can't really do too much in a lot of situations. Like, Wyvern is a very aggressive style support, where, actually...
Yeah, Wyvern's great at punishing, not so good at defending.
It's more about getting really good at setting up on kills, as they are going to be dropping the Tombstone. His Textile does not have the charge available, and is just going to end up going down to Daisy. As Daisy is actually end up going to get last hit there by Tranquillo, but Lon got the last hit onto him, and Lon now does have that Caustic Finale. It's going to be slowing up Tranquillo as well as AC there on the top lane.
Oh, Textile could have actually killed the Undying. He cancelled his right click mid-animation. He would have gotten that in first.
I think that was just a slight slow on it, but in any case, Lon is going to be doing a lot more work on this top lane. I think he actually just picks up a casual Mango just in case he needs to get that stun out, but yeah, I mean, again, he's getting, you know, he's 7-2 compared to the 6-3 of this anti-mage. He's having a lot of fun.
I'm getting flashbacks to the last time I played anti-mage into a tri-lane.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a dual lane, but again, Daisy is making his presence known. And
when it's Undying plus Sand King into a melee hero, it basically counts as a tri-lane. You have that sort of impact, so...
less so. But
mid lane is, it's starting to become Zen favored now. 13 for 9 against a 10 and 2 off the bottom. But yeah, we expected this. There's not all too much TCG you can do here.
The thing is, like, it's not heavily favoring Zen at this point in time. Sure, Zen is out leveling TCG by a little bit right now, and I would imagine it does extend out. I would imagine it does extend out a bit, but again, a TCG probably will just go, look, I'm going to get rotations eventually, or I'm just going to rely on my tiny early on. And, you know, it's the casual... I don't want to say it, but basically playing the off-lane role from the mid lane. In that you don't have to worry too much about it, because you've got this Sanking who is going to get a lot of farm right now, just because he's, you know, sitting at 14 and 4. He has higher CS than his mid laner. So he should be fine.
It should also be pointed out that Viper doesn't, strictly speaking, dominate the lane as hard as he used to because of the change to Netatoxin. You can't just auto-win by having, you know, 100 damage at 2 minutes in. Yeah,
it is a lot harder to just straight up win the lane. Tranquilo is going to be brought very low on that top lane there. Is AC is now going to be run down quite a bit there by the Tombstone.
She's got Arctic Punch.
That Caustic Finale actually did proc out, and they get another Burrow Strike, and that's going to be Tranquilo being brought down. Oh my lord, as AC is going to be turning around, does have the Arctic Burn doing quite a bit of work out onto Daisy, and he's going to be bringing him down.
Wait, she's going to get two.
Lon?
No.
Oh, Lon. Alright, he needs to get out of dodge right now, but yeah, the charge shows exactly where he is, and actually leading back into the Tombstone might just work. No Arcanes for the next couple of seconds. That's him going to go down, and well, thankfully at least the Tombstone despawns, so it's not too bad as Daisy comes back into the lane.
I think that's actually pretty good, because Tranquilo didn't get the kill on the onto the Sand King, and he didn't get the experience on the Undying kill either. So yeah, he I don't know, he's maybe not played against this combo too much. He's not respecting the magic burst between the Caustic Explosion as well as the DK.
Yeah, it is also very hard to judge that kind of thing. I mean, you don't, unless you actually play Sand King, it's very hard to kind of understand how much damage that's Caustic Finale actually does.
They're not really diving this out.
I think they are actually. His Textile is going to continue going. Yeah, the changes to Murano, the triple leap. It's
I like this. AC instantly drops that Observer Ward in mid.
Yep. I don't know if that was spotted out or not. I think that might have been, but in any case, yeah, it is a very good ward. She'll walk back into lane and show that, I mean, she doesn't have a ward anymore. If that was being taken, if like that was being noticed or not, I'm not too sure.
I doubt TCG would have had the attention span to look at that while he's busy running around trying to
not die. Flaming players.
No. It's I mean, if you're just been ganked in mid, you're desperately running away. You're not looking to see whether the support is a ward or not, right? And by the way, look how cute Tiny is. He's so small and he's got such a giant tree he's holding up with two hands. That's actually adorable. I haven't seen this before.
Steals gets the bounty rune. He's gonna be having a couple of wisp balls flying across his face and do quite a bit of damage. As this top lane, Tranquilo still in a lot of trouble. He's gonna be taking a lot of damage from that Caustic Finale. It just hurts so much as Daisy is going to be going on right now. The charge is going to come on in through. They don't have enough mana right now. They do have a stick, however, and that's going to be Splinter Blast flying on through. Daisy, however, doesn't have decay out for another couple of seconds, but he is going to be last hit there by Tranquilo, who, as Lon is actually going to be coming in, does have the Burrow Strike, and that should be Tranquilo going down. Maybe Textile as well as AC going down. They do have the Caustic Finale out onto them, and that's going to be a lot of magic burst damages. It's going to be left around at AC. Is in a lot of trouble right now. Throws the smoke out, but that's going to be Lon getting a kill out onto Textile as well.
That's disastrous.
That is Lon and his 6k plays.
Alright, that was really impressive from Lon. I remember when he was kind of mediocre, and now he's actually really good. Like that was.
They get the Burrow Strike once again out onto him, and just a nice little love tap across to the back with that Caustic Finale. I mean, he does have 3 points into Spell Shield, but this is going to hurt him a lot in terms of. It's going to hurt him a lot in terms of his farming.
No, not really. Most of the creeps you're going to be hitting don't have any mana anyway, because you're going to be hitting melee lane creeps for the most part, right? So you don't really care.
I mean, like he's going to have to go to jungle at some point in time. Yeah, this is just an absurd amount of pressure that they're placing on him. I wouldn't even like blame them if the next Arcane Boots Lon goes in for the epicenter kill out straight up onto Tranquilo.
At the same time, though, it's not really working because Tranquilo's found 2 kills and an assist out of this. He's 2, 3, and 1. And he's actually found 24 CS as well, so he's nearly on par with the Muranos. So I actually think that Fox have kind of made an error here, staying here and giving away a few kills in return to the anti-mage. Speaking of kills, Hakuman's going to find one with the first split of the game.
Styling is actually going to run on in, does get the avalanche as well as the toss off, does still have the throw if he needs to, But yeah, the mischance is absolutely destroying him. As there we go, the throw is going to be there. His charge once again out onto the IO after he TP'd back in after dying before. The toss, however, will save his life for a bit there, as AC is going to be there. They do have tether up in just a moment, and the tether across is going to be there, and the toss up nearly has enough burst damage. The charge once again out onto Jesus. Starling trying to kill off this Harkonnen Brewmaster. It's just so hard to kill him, as Daisy is going to be coming in. Does have the level 3 tombstone, and that's going to be Harkonnen finally going down.
He actually overstayed a little bit. He didn't need to stick around for the IO kill. He just got greedy, but yeah, stays alive for so long. They find the IO kill before he goes down, but they do at least kill the brew eventually, so that's probably alright.
Yeah, probably alright. Although with those rotations there, Lon is probably going to have a field day on this top lane. I mean, he can pretty much just walk up, caustic finale these melee creeps, and then basically forces Tranquilla to just take a whole bunch of damage there, and there we go. Just reduces him to half HP. Like, even through 3 points into Spell Shield and that Ring of Health, it's just an absurd amount of damage.
It's 54% resistance. It's not actually that bad.
Yes, here we go. They get the stun out onto him again. He's going to be charged up right now.
Oh,
and he does have the Mana Void available. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, as there still is going to be that charge coming on in. The Arctic Burn is going to be doing quite a bit in terms of damage as well as slow, as he actually gets a Burst Strike back across, but with no points up into Sandstorm.
That's a big kill. Mistake from Lon. Getting too aggressive there. He needs to respect that the Spirit Breaker can be charging him from across the map, and he won't know until it hits him. Literally.
I still think it is a good amount of aggression.
Well, I mean,
it's the right idea, right?
Look at how much he gave away. He just gave away 500 net worth to the other side. And sure, they got lucky that the Anti-Mage didn't get the kill there, but he was mid-cast on Mana Void. If Anti-Mage gets the
charge
kill...
mid lane, TCG goes down. Zen getting a little bit of extra vision there from Textile.
And, alright, they found Harkonnen. Okay, wow, they actually killed him with just the combo, it looks like.
Yeah, he had Brew Split up, but I don't think he was fast enough to use it. But also, again, the new Tiny, you actually have quite a bit more burst damage early on.
Oh yeah, because of the tree toss max. Yep. Yeah, that's actually, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. And you also have that random status resistance from Grow, so you actually just, even if you do get stunned, it's pretty hard. It's nice little Avalanche will be there to cancel out the charge from Textile. It was coming out onto Jesus as well, so just gotta make sure that that IO doesn't take too much damage. Doesn't get bursted down too quickly. Zen is going to be playing very aggressively in this mid lane. He's gone in for the 4-2-2 build, so it's a lot harder for him to kind of, I want to say survive these ganks, but
it's fine. He's not being pressured, so he can go aggressive build if he wants when he's not being pressured at all. And yeah, they do find the IO in his own jungle. I think one of the problems is, if you look at the net worth, okay, Viper, Sand King, and Tiny are on par.
is low, and Daisy is going to be coming in, and he's already used his Blink Dagger as well.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah. Sorry,
if it was the Sand King, then Tranquilla was dead, but not the Sand King there.
Moonlight Shadow is going to be there.
Not enough. Io's still dead.
Yeah, Io going down again, and Splinter Blast is going to be doing quite a bit of work there as the dust does land out onto him, as does the rock, and the split will end, but Lon coming on in with that Blink Dagger reveal, destroys Textile, but Styling has already fallen. They do have Burst Strike up in a number of seconds. They have it up now, and he needs to hit at least one of these caustic finales. Don't think it's going to be enough, but the rotation coming in from TCG, no mana though.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is hard.
No,
right,
okay,
they get the kill. It's not
they still lost to Tiny first though, so I think even trading 2 for 1, that's still favorable for Unlucky. And yeah, actually Wyvern's ending up with a lot of these kills somehow. It's 4-1 and 6 on AC. But what I was gonna say is that the Anti-Mage is actually not being shut down. He's now got more net worth than the Tiny because of those kills. Although Viper in mid lane, Zen in some trouble. Actually is going to get brought down here, but goes down to the tower and might even trade. No, 36 HP on Jesus, and he will survive that. But yeah, this Anti-Mage that was supposed to be shut down isn't. 4k net worth now. Yeah, okay, now the Tiny's caught up, but you know, giving away those kills is so costly.
Yeah, I still think that the Tiny is going to be coming online obviously a lot quicker. There's still no Battle Fury up onto Tranquilla. He's getting closer and closer to it. He does have those treads and the perseverance as well, but it's good though that he does find that that kill, his charge out onto Jesus. That should just about kill him off, except for the Barrow Strike coming on in from Lon. Can Textile get the ultimate off once again? As they get the ultimate off, and yeah, there we go. The Ball of Lightning Sorry, the ball of light is absolutely destroyed. He's going to trade his life across, and I think that's overall just a bit more worth it, I think.
I don't think that was worth it
up.
for Textile.
No, it's not worth it for Textile. It's worth it they get the kill. And speaking of net worth, we should probably talk about the fact that the Sand King is actually the highest net worth in the game right now.
The thing though is, I think if you're unlucky, you don't care. Because it's a Sand King. You're never going to lose a game solo to a Sand King, right? And what you're saying about the Tiny being farmed and coming online earlier, sure, that's the case. But it's not a...
Split is going to be used on the bottom lane.
Hero.
Does get the rock out, as well as the wind out onto the IO. He's going to be brought down back now as Charge is going to be landing out onto Jesus, and they don't have the ultimate because of the huge cooldown increase, but they still will end up getting the kill. But Harkonnen only just lives! His Earth Panda was so close to dying there as Harkonnen is so low right now. Lon is going to be chasing up after him as Textile is going to be left for dead right now. TCG is going to be chasing up after him. The toss
no way!
No, it won't be! Harkonnen lives through all of that, and somehow Textile's still alive. They get the Burrow Strike out onto Tranquillo to stop him from getting the bounty rune. This Textile.
Wow, that
was a nice little earn out onto Lon as well to cancel out his Blink Dagger.
That's actually kind of costly that they didn't kill off the Brewmaster there. He was dead to rights.
He should have
been playing super aggressively, but...
I think if they commit the... If TCG goes into the right clicks there, I think they get that. But it's hard to tell. But in the meantime, they also lost that top tier 1 tower. And that's... The second tower going down is bottom lane. Charge was there, but Starling gets out.
Yeah.
And he's going in for an S&Y. This is the build that he likes to go for.
It's the Arteezy build, isn't it?
Yes, but it's also a bit of a twist on it because, like, sure, like, Arteezy goes in for the Aquila as well, but he doesn't really... He generally goes in for phase bits, I think.
Okay.
But it much depends on the game. But I really like the way that Starling has been playing it. It's again, I've seen a lot of it, so I'm probably a bit biased in regards to that. But I do like the way that they have been playing around it. Starling, I mean, he's going to be doing quite a bit of work here. He farms up that triple ancient stack, and that's going to propel him even further ahead. Yeah,
he's actually got really high magic resistance at the moment because he took the talent. Which I guess is fair enough.
He actually actually just can't die to status resistance. It's absolutely insane. Because
Epicenter.
Epicenter is going to be channeled up and get the Epicenter Burrow Strike out onto Zen. Zen is going to be cold embrace, but that just means it's going to be setting up for a lot more. As that's going to be the Nether Toxin going down. As Zen has already been brought down. Jesus, however, also dead. Toss out onto Harkonnen as Lon has finished. It is going to be coming on in. Does get another Burrow Strike out onto Harkonnen and Tranquillo diving off to the side as Tranquillo. Oh, he's got a Burrow Strike up just before the Blink Dagger, just before the Blink is. They get the toss as well as more than enough damage from Starling. They throw the trees there as well, tree in there as well, and they get the kill.
Very nicely done from Lon. He is putting his team on his back right now, 9-2-3 on this Sand King.
Yeah, and a good gold swing as well. I mean, unlucky they were slightly ahead in terms of net worth.
Yep.
And yeah, now it just shoves the Starling Tiny as well as the Lon SK. Right up the top.
It was a very good blink reveal into the relocate combo there onto Viper. Zen gets blown up instantly. Then Harkonnen didn't get split off, I think was really big as well. I think if you're unlucky, the plan is probably just delay this. Slow the pace of the game by a bit for maybe the next 5 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That should give the anti-mage more than enough time to finish up his Battle Fury and then begin to snowball. Because he shouldn't die, right? The reason he died there is because he's only level 11, so he's got 3 points in Blink and 3 points in Spell Shield only.
Again, the problem of having so many points in Spell Shield, you don't have more points into Blink. So
he even took the health talent. On the plus side, it does make him a lot tankier than he otherwise would be. Yeah, so you know, it's catch-22.
We
right?
should probably also talk about the fact that Zen is going to be going in for that Hood of Defiance here. Obviously, a very good item. It makes him even tankier. I actually think that he's going to go in for a Maelstrom after this to try and push out waves much faster. And yeah, he went in for the attack speed talent instead of the spell lifesteal.
You got spell lifesteal. It's
spell
really
lifesteal
good.
Makes you extremely hard to bring down, but only if you do end up getting those spells off in the middle of team fights. And
I mean,
that could be the thing. Is that he's just more afraid of the burst damage, and also he kind of feels that he's going to be hitting towers more. And all right, it's fair enough because he is the tower hitter on this team. He's the only ranged carry. One of the only 2 ranged heroes on his team. So it kind of is heavier for him in terms of like being the only real tower hitter at this point in time.
Oh,
until
at this
the
point, yeah.
Until the anti-mage gets his
say.
Manta style, right? There is going to be the Relicate top lane. Starling is going to be there, and I think they're just going to turn this into a bit of a push here. They've got 5 seconds left on that relocate. Lon is going to be going off and finding the new creep wave. So the relocate back out is going to be there as Lon is going to be left for dead, it looks like. Daisy, actually, the Bruce split is also going to be committed, and alright, no, they get the rock side.
That's bad. That's a problem. They gave away his huge
Daisy thrown up into the air, rock flying on through once again. They get the charge out to connect onto him, and he's just dead. That's
2 kills.
Just not what you want to be doing right now.
460 go to the anti-mage. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a very big kill for the
That's not what you want. As mid lane, they do take down that T1 tower though. So I guess at the end of the day, it's not too bad of a trade. I mean, TCG, he's going in for the Hurricane perk first up. He's got his Mask of Madness to do a little bit of extra farming, which is fair enough. He needs to find his way back into this game, and Mask of Madness is certainly one hell of a way to do it. I mean, we've seen it before.
Have you noticed, by the way, Tranquillo picked up Battle Fury just before that fight? Those 2 kills happened, farms a couple camps, he has 1600 gold already.
Yep. It's just anti-mage things, but also it's what happens when you're slightly behind. And yeah, the slight overextension there from Fox Gaming, I'm a bit surprised about it, but again, going back to what was said during the draft phase, they are a bit of a younger team, so...
Their decision making is a little questionable. Relocate ganking an anti-mage?
I can see the thought process behind it. They're like, we need to place pressure on the anti-mage, but that's not the way you do it. You place aggressive wards first before you use Relo.
Well, even then, you need to have someone to lead with a stun first. You can't reload within sight of him.
They missed the stun onto Loneth as well, I think.
Yeah, even then, I'm sure you smoke gank him instead of reload ganking him.
Oh, Lon picks up a haste rune here, and Starling is also in the neighborhood. AC is going to be feeding a little bit of life away there.
It's just a Wyvern.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Actually, no, Wyvern's nearly as farmed as as Brewmaster. Or maybe Brew's just... Actually, no, Brew's just underfarmed.
Yeah, Brew just didn't have a good lane. Hasn't gone in for a Midas just yet. I would imagine that's
Moonlight Shadow,
TCG, TCG, and they get the right underneath the central. There is going to be, however, the Relicate coming in. The arrow flies on through. It actually doesn't do enough as Tranquillo. He's going to be brought down. Zen is also going to be looked at potentially as a target. As Starling walking on forward, just to have that Shadow Blade up as well. As now the Toxin is going to be dropped. Doesn't do anything to Zombie Zen. Come on, man. You know that.
Tranquillo made a mistake.
He made many mistakes.
Well, no, he specifically made the mistake there of he was man fighting the Undying for one reason or another, and he should have expected. He knew it was Moonlight, right? Because they walked on a sentry, so he should have expected the relocate to be ready to come in. And yeah, even though he dodges the arrow, got overconfident. He just gets blown up really quickly right now by Tiny. Yeah,
also the Flesh Golem amp is absolutely insane.
Also that.
Yeah, he was standing right next to the Undying, so that's a good, 20... sorry, it's a good 20% damage.
Epicenter used as well, and the Veil to come out. Pops his hood, still alive, trying to turn. Actually, nearly kills off TCG. Winter's Curse might just do the trick. They are going to finish off the bottom. Zen is going to stay alive somehow. Daisy's TP gets cancelled. He's going to get brought down by the Mana Void. Now Lon on the side is going to Battle Strike his way forwards. Can he commit his TP out? No, he cannot. Lon is likely to go down here. Sandstorm going to buy some time. Dust to come out. He's going to get dropped as well. Double kill for Tranquillo. And Fox, easy 3 feeds.
That was really close there. Really well played there by AC.
Wow,
really good positioning though from AC. I think that's all on AC. Literally on the quick fingers going. Oh, Zen is there. Okay, just get the quick cold embrace with the Winter's Curse as well. Brings him back up to a decent amount of HP, and it's pretty fine. Oh, it's 3 points into cold embrace now. AC is actually ridiculously leveled at this point in time.
Level 14, yeah. She's been in 16 kills. But yeah, great curse from her. I think maybe... I'm not sure if Fox realized there was a hood on the Viper, because Viper stayed alive for a very long time.
That hood got burnt so quickly, but I think it was a really close thing. Zen only just lived off of that.
Yeah, hood blocks what, 325? Yeah, that would have killed him if he didn't have the hood on.
Yeah, he actually got the active just.
Yeah, he got the barrier off. Yeah, I think that's a big part. He's got treads as well, and the Dragonlance, so he's actually quite tanky. Although he didn't take the corrosive skin DPS.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess +6 is not that much.
At 100 attack range is absolutely insane. With the Dragonlance, with the Dragonlance, you hit outside of tower range, so it's one of the most crucial things, I think. Especially with the recent changes, with not just the introduction of Dragonlance, but also the introduction of talents, where you have plus attack range. Being able to just get your attack range just above that of a tower range, it's really crucial here, as Tranquilo is going to be stalked right now. They've got a nice little 3-man smoke up. They've got Lon Daisy as well as TCG. They got the epicenter as well as the stun from the arrow. They get the relocate in as well. Tranquilo feels the wrath of all of Fox Gaming.
Yeah, good gank. They didn't mess it up this time. Nice bit of a swing back the other way. 300 gold lost for the anti-mage. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's really good to see that. I mean, they should be finishing off this tier 2 tower. Tranquilo probably is a huge part of that team fight. I mean, they do have level 2 Bruce Split, but I don't think they really want to. Actually, maybe they do want to, as they will be committing the Bruce Split there, as Styling is going to be stunned up. They have already dropped the Tombstone, however, as well as the Flash Golem. And, that's going to be the ultimate from Textile being thrown out onto Styling. So already down without their Tiny. They're going to bring down the Tombstone as well, as that's going to be Sand King in a little bit of trouble right now. He's going to be charged up once again. He gets the self-Yules off as well, as Daisy trying to tank the gank as well. But no, Harkonnen says, I've got better ideas. I want to kill off this huge Sand King, who's going to be burrow striking up to the north. But yeah, they see exactly where he is. The charge is going to connect, and that's going to be 3 down.
Disaster. Yeah. They got the big kill on the Tiny. That's somehow Wyvern gets 500 gold out of that. Viper gets 470. It's a 2,000, just over 2,000 net worth, but more importantly, it's nearly 5,000 experience swing. This is really problematic right now for Fox Gaming. Sure, they're ahead, but they keep giving away these picks, and you can't give away an easy pick on a 13,000 net worth Tiny just like that.
I honestly think it's just the experience of Unlucky shining through. They're not choking under the pressure that is there. Especially so early on, they didn't have the best start for the anti-mage. He was pressured up quite a lot, and sometimes, with more inexperienced teams or players, they might rush decisions or anything like that. Instead, Unlucky, they go, no worries. We'll just push out the game a little bit more. We'll make sure that our anti-mage gets a little bit more catch-up farm and stuff like that. And I mean, Tranquilo, he pays that back in dividends here right now.
I was gonna say, this anti-mage that got aggro dual lane is now second on net worth, and yeah, it still doesn't solve the problem that Fox have, which is when it comes to late game, you're not going to farm as fast on a Tiny as you are on an anti-mage, and there's not enough tools on Fox Gaming to kill him unless you bring all 5 in, but you are not going to be able to bring all 5 in because Unlucky we're playing 4 protect 1, and even if you kill the anti-mage, you have to bring everyone in, and then you lose a tower or racks on the other side of the map to the rest of his team. Yeah,
and just as a quick little note there, they did try and take that top tier 2 fight without the use of relocate, because they'd already used it in the gank.
And there was no IO there at all in the fight.
Yeah, I don't think that was the smartest move, but again,
you could say that.
It's something that does happen. Maybe next time they probably adjust that style.
It's what you were saying. It's what we were both saying. Actually, it's the decision making on Fox Gaming is always a bit problematic.
I don't want to say problematic. It's they're still learning. I think about some of the good points and the bad points of their lineups that they run. And yeah, one of the bad points is that if you are relying on IO a lot more by picking it up, you do have to play much more carefully around that relocate, especially as you do have a very farmed Tiny who still does die to burst dimension. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult because he does have that AC up, but he's going in for BKB.
Well. Yeah, he needs that. That might be enough to change it, to be honest, because he is really farmed.
As there is going to be a smoke up from the side of Fox Gaming. They're going to be looking at this Harkonnen Brewmaster, who just uses Blink Dagger, and they get the arrow out onto him as well. The relocate is also going to be there with Styling coming on in, and that is a dead Brewmaster. However, most of the creep wave actually died off there, so yeah, the backdoor protection is still going to be up, but they're going to do a lot of damage through it. I don't think he just quickly untethers himself, and yeah, he's going to die at bottom lane. They saw exactly where it was, but they still get a tower, so I guess at the end of the day, they still end up
this is bad. AC aborted a TP. AC doesn't have a TP. They might just lose a second active.
That's not good at all, and also it's
Tranquilo doesn't have a TP either. It's on cooldown.
Yeah, okay. The break is going to be applied as well as the disarm, thanks to thanks to Textiles very early on Hellbird. They've already dropped the Tombstone now, but it's going to be brought down fairly quickly by Zen, who does have an incredible amount of range. They've done a lot of damage to that T3 tower as well, though.
Okay, not as
I think they're just playing it safe here. They've gotten a lot of damage onto the T3 tower now. It's going to make their high ground push next time around a lot easier.
Because they definitely knew that Wyvern didn't have a TP, because she was trying to port into the tier 2 as it was going down and aborted because she was going to die if she completed that TP. So they definitely knew there was no Wyvern. I'm not sure why they felt that scared. Or I guess they maybe realized they are a little bit behind. Because they're down 2k at the moment. Yeah. Maybe not wanting to press the issue without an Aegis.
I mean, it's one of those things where they probably go, look, we're going to force rotations anyway. We kind of want to go just quickly back and make sure that we have more than enough cash money, you know? It's also one of those things where they also got that tower. They got quite a bit of damage onto that T3 tower. They're also going to have a lot of space now that they've taken that T2 tower. And it's going to be honing the mentality here of unlucky. I mean, Tranquilo, he does hit that level 20. He's going to be going in for the Aghanim Scepter now, but he's still going to be playing a little bit more scared. There's less vision across the map for him because of that tower being brought down. But
going Ags.
Charge is going to be out onto Styling. Styling is going to be stunned up right now. The Ava actually does land out onto Texas, but doesn't cancel out his the charge there. As Winter's Curse is going to be there out onto the Iro, but unfortunately it was out onto no one at all. Styling is somehow going to survive through all of that, and yeah, he's going to TP out. Yes, he does. So he gets out. Pretty sure Jesus is happy trading his life away for that one, but oh, Tranquilo is actually going to get stunned up here. The epicenter is also going to be there, and that is going to be Tranquilo being brought down.
I don't know what Tranquilo's doing. He's playing super weird.
He's playing 1v5, but
it's
like...
Not just that, look at his talents.
Like, as an anti-mage, it's not too bad, but it's... I don't know.
He took the Blink Illusion, and he didn't take the Blink cooldown.
I mean, the agility is really nice here, because obviously you attack a lot faster, but also you get a lot more armor. That's going to be the Heaven's Hellbird out onto TCG as they get Eul Scepter out onto Hakumen, as Hakumen does not have the split available. They do have a number of Suns available to control him up, as Daisy is still going to be chasing up after him. There's going to be a nice little Urn Charge out onto Lon, as Hakumen does get another Thunderclap out onto them. As Starling is going to be coming into the rescue, does throw up AC, should be doing a lot of damage here to her, but actually she's going to live through a lot of that. But Jesus is going to be coming on in, does have Relocate up in 20 seconds, but that could be Zen just being brought down. He's pretty damn low right now. They're all low. Tossed up into the air. Once again, Zen is going to be glimmered up, and AC is just going to keep him alive. Textile, also very low, but okay, he's finally going to be brought down, as is Zen. As Winter's Curse is going to last too long, as Hakumen comes back in, does blow up Lon, but he's going to be trading his life for that one. But AC just trying to keep them all alive, and you can just see the effects of that the status resistance there. The Winter's Curse, it doesn't last that long at all if you target Styling.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you explain to me why Anti-Mage is building Aghanims? What does this Aghanims even do for him? Like,
toss onto him makes whatever the target is just fly back, and also if you get the Burrow Strike out onto him, like he just Burrow Strikes back, is nice blink forward by Hakumen. He's gonna find the kill out onto Daisy, however that's gonna be Tombstone already being dropped onto his death. So TCG does also go down, but it was also pretty low already. Jesus TP's out, as does Styling, and so they get out, and TCG also got the Moonlight Shadow off just beforehand, so it's not too bad. It's going to be TP once again from Textile, but that's a really good really good buyback there from Hakumen. But again, it is a buyback, so
and
it's a bit costly.
So I'm just really confused by this anti-mage build. Like, everything about this anti-mage build is confusing, to be honest. I don't know why he's taken these talents. I don't know why he's bought an Ags. Surely a Lincoln Sphere or BKB would be better. Yeah, this is weird. And you know, he's getting killed because his blinks, 1 second of cooldown. He could have taken the blink cooldown reduction. I'm not sure what 15 agi does compared to the blink cooldown reduction.
Again, it gives him a lot of armor, gives him a lot of extra damage. So that's what I kind of think is probably what he went in for, and that was probably his thinking. Obviously, -1 second. It's not the best. It's pretty good, but it's not the best. I think he might just be going, look, I'm just going to play a little bit more greedily. I'm going to pick up, you know, all these other items. They're going to help me a lot anyway.
Died 7 times. I'm not sure you can afford to play greedy when that's happening.
Yeah, still. I mean, it's definitely not an ideal game, but here we go. The BKB going to be completed up by Zen. So he's just tanking up a lot. I mean, obviously you already get a lot of damage just by being Viper and surviving through these fights, so it's completely understandable. I would imagine he probably goes in for the Viper Strike DPS as well as charge. He's going to be out there onto Lon. Lon does have Force Up as well as Yule Scepter. Can turn around with the Yules and... Yep, alright. The double mobility of... Here we go! Oh, actually the BKB is already going to be used by Zen as they do get the disarm out onto Styling, but he's going to be turning around. It already has fallen off because of that status resistance. This is absolutely insane, honestly. Styling is going to be chasing on in, sees Textile. This is exactly where he is. He's going to punch him a few times, stun him up a bit, as there is going to be that Brewmaster split being used on the back lines there. Daisy should be brought down here, and is. As Tranquillo is going to be dropping another illusion there. They've already got the Tombstone. He's going to do some serious work to these Broodlings. They're actually just dying as Arrow does land out onto AC, as Arrow is going to be brought down thanks to that Winter's Curse, but AC as well as Harkonnen both trading their life away from that one. And yeah, I mean, Styling, he's got an... Alright, this is actually stupid. The status resistance thing. Like, this...
20% status resistance, yeah.
It goes up to 50%. Sorry, 40% on status resistance. And because it's a strength hero, it's even less. It's 20%. It's basically 20%.
Oh, right, the 20% from his strength and the...
He literally... Like, okay, he was disarmed for like a second. No, like less than a second in that fight. They threw the Heaven's Hellbird out onto him. And
yeah, that's a good point.
It basically just stopped him from attacking once.
That's a good point. That's actually silly. They need to nerf that then. Yeah, he's DD Rune now, so this is a set of racks.
Yeah, it's
no
not looking
buyback
too good.
On the
Anti-Mage does have
Brewmaster
TP, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't even know if he should be TPing back.
Why is he coming back? He can't fight this. What is happening? Why is Tranquillo back here? He can't do anything. He's sitting in his fountain right now, right? Like the Rax is already gone. Styling's already killed the Rax with the DD rune. I'm not sure why he TP'd back. He could have maybe taken that tier 2 tower. But he comes back, he doesn't get anything done, they lose the Rax anyway. The decision making is really weird, I think.
Yeah, it's certainly not ideal. And looks like in-game zone. Sorry, I just fixed that. Don't worry, guys. Looks like that's what happens when this PC ends up going down. Whoops. Sometimes it just gets reset. Oh well, it'll be fixed for game 2.
Yeah, Roshan is going to go down now to the side of Fox
AC
Gaming.
is going to be stunned up here on the side as Lon is going to be chasing up after the AC kill, as Lon, however, is also going to be charged up, but they actually cancel out the charge there. That's going to mean that Styling gets the Aegis.
Yeah, I think Styling was inevitably going to get that Aegis. The moment they stopped the Wyvern coming in for the curse into the pit, yeah, that was pretty much secured. Fox are now in a position to end. They are still only up by 3,000. There has not been a net worth lead exceeding 4,000 for either team yet this game, which frankly is quite astonishing.
I like it. I like close games.
Especially since Fox are up by sort of racks. Like, this is so weird for me to see. But yeah, this anti-mage has a lot of net worth and is not doing anything with it.
They have a good draft.
No, I'm talking about
players.
One team being up by a set of racks, but not up by, you know, a much more significant amount of net worth. Normally when the team is up by a set of racks, you're talking about seeing a 10k, 11k net worth lead. Right? Whereas now it's only just past 4k for the first time this game.
I mean, like, last night, we saw some very close games as well. But
like, it's not so much close in the sense of...
No, like, net worth.
I'm talking about in terms of net worth. Yeah.
Net worth was very close.
I think the problem right now for this team is that Tranquillo's anti-mage is sitting on 21k net worth and not really doing anything with it.
I don't think
he can't fight. The thing is, like, what can he do? He can't fight because he's gonna get blown up. He's not split pushing effectively because he keeps TPing home and he's terrified of the relocate gank.
Which is fair enough. I mean, as I said, like, there's a lot of ways for him to die in these fights, as long as they just have that initial stun.
But they picked an anti-mage into the Tiny IO combo, right? It was the first to pick Tiny IO. So he knows that he's going to be playing anti-mage into this. Surely, if they picked it, that must mean that he's confident playing it or something.
I mean, as long as Lon doesn't directly target him, but yeah, here we go. Lon gets the stun out onto him and does not have an extra Burrow Strike available, but they are going to be seeing him off to the side at least.
Oh, the Tiny wasn't with the IO. Okay. Fair enough. I thought for sure he was going to die to the relocate coming in, but no relocate bringing the Tiny in, so he lives.
I mean, the relocate, it wasn't there for that one. It's not too bad though. Actually, there's a regen rune being picked up on Jesus, so it's fair enough. He's going to be going in for a Ghost Scepter as Tranquilla does end up taking that bottom tier 2 tower finally. It's always good.
Yeah, gets that one down. This is, Shiva's now finished up on the Tiny. Man, styling is actually huge.
Sheepstick on Lon.
There's
Sheepstick on Lon.
Okay.
And as well as a gem, and he's going to be seeing Harkonnen here as well. Could just, ooh, maybe not go in for him. Okay, no, they're going to see him right now. They get the relocate in as well. The arrow is not going to be the longest in terms of duration, but it's going to be long enough, and that's definitely more than enough there. As he ends up being brought down, so they get the relocate being used there as well. But Jesus is just going to quickly bring himself back into the fold. Actually, bottom lane, that's where he is. As TCG is going to be dealing with these illusions on the top lane. Too bad. It's actually the charge is going to be very, very fast. It's taking that charge speed talent, but yeah, he TPs all the way back home. Probably sensing some kind of gank there, but Textile
that was
so
trippy
quick.
Watching.
Yeah, Textile just runs so quick.
I got to see the Slaughter moving in the river movement speed thing for the first time yesterday, and that was really trippy to watch as well.
You just gotta go fast.
that's fair. Yeah, and alright, so yeah, this is the top lane push coming in.
Yeah.
On the plus side, everyone is up for unlucky except for the Brew, but he has buyback and
Arrow sailing on through.
Okay.
Won't connect onto anyone, but they're at least doing a little bit of scouting there and threatening the arrows. And yeah, I really like the fact that TCG has gone in for the leap attack speed just in case, because if they do get in a situation where they do need to actually, oh, here we go, the 4-star forward out onto Textile, and Lon gets a stun out onto him. He's going to be getting the epicenter off, as well as AC does get the Yule Scepter. It does get used up actually, as BKB is going to be used by Zen, as the Bruce Split is also going to be there from Harkonnen, as Daisy in a little bit of trouble, has already dropped the Tombstone, maybe actually wants to die soon so he can drop another Tombstone. Textile so low, but actually gets a kill out onto Lon, as well as Jesus, as that's going to be the Winter's Curse out onto Mirana.
IO buyback.
That's going to be the buyback. They do have the relocate, and I would imagine it's going to be coming in fairly soon. Maybe or not, as that's going to be the Aegis being used right now. Starting is going to be up in just a moment. They have used a lot of their lockdown though. I think this Tiny's just got a free pass to destroy the racks, as that's going to be the Meta Style being used by TCG, and that's going to be the tower being brought down finally, as Harkonnen does get the Thunderclap out onto him. BKB once again being used by Styling, can turn around potentially. They do have the relocate available if they need. Is thrown up back into the air thanks to the Aghanim Scepter, and the relocate out is going to be there. He's going to be more than safe, as the charge does come out onto Daisy, and I think that it's going to be the dieback of the IO, but they could bring the Tiny back, but I don't think they will. As, oh, actually, they got the tether all the way across into the Cardi. Oh, MVP Cardi nearly he's going to be making the game a little bit harder for him, but yeah, they still end up getting the kill onto the IO. Fair enough.
Okay, so 90 spirits hero damage over tether Ags.
I think that was a misclick.
Question mark?
I mean,
he has a Sand King and an Undying and a Mirana and a Tiny?
I think that was just a misclick, honestly. He might be thinking that he's going to be doing a lot more split pushing with the solid, with like solid relocates and stuff, which makes a lot of sense. So in that respect, it's alright. But yeah, certainly probably not ideal. But again, you're going to be tethered to the Tiny a lot of these situations. Like, you're not really tethering to the Mirana. Is well, actually, Lon is going to find a kill out onto Textile. Styling is also going to be there, doing some serious work to Tranquillo. But Tranquillo, I mean, the mana void was pretty big, but it's tiny. You don't have that much mana to begin with, so you don't really care too much. As the Brew is gonna be chasing up after him. They don't have any real way of holding him up. Okay, no, they do get the tornado out onto him. Tranquilo is gonna be there, but yeah, the tornado lasts like basically a Yule Scepter.
Daisy is
Styling is gonna be slowed up, and yeah, Daisy is gonna end up going down in the back line. He's gonna be dropping that Tombstone of course. TCG is gonna be there just destroying his illusion.
This might be a problem. They have no buyback on the Sanking. And Tranquilo's relatively healthy-ish. Okay, no, they're not gonna force this. Wow. Okay. I guess that's kind of fair enough. The Tiny and Io are still alive. Probably not worth the risk, but this does still mean they are down by half a set of racks and 2 tier 3s for nothing in return.
Yeah.
Oh, and a shrine, because they lost the top shrine.
Yeah, and I would imagine that Fox Gaming, they're gonna wait for all their buybacks to be off. And maybe even look towards that Roshan. I mean, we're going to find out how long it's going to be before it does spawn up in about 30 seconds or so. But they can relocate onto a shrine if they need to, on the bottom shrine, to quickly kill it off or anything like that. But also they can now relocate pretty nicely onto ranged Raxes and stuff like that. And that is the danger of playing up against an Io Tiny combination. Every single time that you have your backdoor broken, you're going to be looking at a potential relocate in, and it just never ends well for you if you're playing up against that kind of thing. So you're going to have to be very careful with how your lanes are before you do any kind of movement.
To be honest, I'm still slightly surprised that Tranquilo has not gone for a BKB. I'm sure that if he goes BKB, he just runs forward and mans fights things, and there's not too much Fox can do about it, because they have basically nothing that goes through BKB. But he is going for Abyssal Blade. He's okay. He's got the whole thing, and he's got buyback, so that's alright. I guess he doesn't really have a slot unless he wants to drop that Axe as Moonlight. Okay, Fox, what do you try and do? They know the Anti-Mage is somewhere in that vicinity. Are they gonna go for the relocate? They actually pinged right on top of his head, but they have no vision of him. And yeah, okay. Long can't quite catch him in time, so no gank on the Anti-Mage. That's Moonlight wasted. I think Fox are likely to just try and push top in and take that set of racks.
Yeah, Roshan is not going to be spawning up just yet. It's up in 15 seconds though, so really nice quick spawn for the side of Fox Gaming. Looks like they're pretty much set for this this game number 1 going to go their way. As Brewmaster does have the Radiance as well as Gem on him right now, so there's going to be a lot of burn damage as well as a lot of mischance to try and kill off Harkonnen. It's going to be pretty damn hard as they're going to be walking in. Yeah, but MKB doesn't give you true strike as such.
Close enough.
Nice little hex there out onto the Brewmaster. It's not going to last too long as they do get the charge out onto Lon now, but Lon does have the Yule Scepter available. And oh no, he actually just gets relocated all the way back to Fountain. That was really well done there by Jesus's. Looks like Daisy will be the one to pay for that one, so they're going to lose both supports potentially there. Spirit Vessel is going to be there. Arrow flies on through, does connect out onto the Wind Bruling, but...
Oh, Jesus is getting run down on the other side, but it's only by AC. Oh, even a Cursor cancels TP. Is that going to be enough?
Yeah, it is.
Actually, decently tanky. Oh, wow. That,
Choo-choo.
That's still so trippy watching the super fast space car run through.
Choo-choo.
Oh, and Roshan just scored as well.
Lon has found Harkonnen as well as Styling chomping on in there. They do get the ultimate off from Textiles. It's going to be Epicenter flying on in. They do get the breakout onto Lon, but it doesn't really matter too much. There is a gem on the deck as Tranquilo comes on in, does get the Mental Style off, and they are going to get the kill. However, the Styling does have buyback available, so it's not that much of a big issue. But, oh no, Lon doesn't. How close is he? 50 gold off.
Oh, that's
disastrous. I don't know if they know of that. They might know that, and they might be trying to force down mid lane. TCG needs to do some serious work here. He's going to be pushing back that bottom lane. But...
Wow, they just okay. Even with the buffed backdoor, they're gonna maybe finally take out a set of racks. Ford's gonna delay it for a bit, but yeah, they might have to burn the tiny buyback here. But then it's kind of difficult as well. Okay, now they're gonna burn it with the IO being back alive. Yeah. Is that enough? No, Tranquilo will likely commit.
They might lose their tower, but I think if they just quickly kill off these illusions, yeah, alright, they keep their tower alive. So that's very crucial as well, because it means that they keep their their shrines alive. And
however, this is going to be Roshan. Oh wow, Lon's okay. Lon just got his buyback.
Lon knows exactly what's on the line right now. Yeah, they're gonna have to commit double buybacks here, and I don't know if Tranquil as well as Zen want to be right in this neighborhood right now. And
okay.
Arrow flies on through, and one of the 3 arrows flies straight into Roshan. As they are going to kill off that Manta illusion. Sorry, the uncontrollable illusion. His BOTs is now going to be complete. I'm not too sure about this purchase here. Although he still does have buyback available. As that's going to be the Winter's Curse. But it lasts literally nothing on styling. And AC is going to be controlled up. They do have the toss. They throw him out on towards Daisy and underneath that tombstone as well. As Charge does connect out onto Lon. Lon does have Epicenter but hasn't used it just yet. The Moonlight Shadow is going to be there. It's going to make this fight a lot harder for them to fight into, as that's going to be the Epicenter out onto Zen. But Zen's got the BKB up, so he's taking literally no damage. That's going to be the Wind Panda throwing styling up into the air. Zen is going to end up going down. Daisy is going to be brought down by that huge mana void, as is TCG. TCG, however, does have buyback. I think he needs the buyback right now. Oh, nice relocate save onto styling. Oh, wow. Is Lon still alive somehow? Is going to eventually be brought down. They've already got the tombstone killed off as well. And the fight straight outside of Roshan. And Jesus is going to be coming back into the fold. Ends up going down anyway. But, actually, AC nearly died of those Prowlons.
This might actually just be game over. There's no buyback on anyone except for the Mirana. There's just going to be Aegis, and she's going the way of Tranquillo in all certainty. Yeah, definitely Aegis. No Halcom gets the cheese instead.
Yeah.
And I think they take, at the very least, 2 sets of Axie, unless Tiny can do something spectacular. Now, Lon's been playing really well. Styling's been playing really well. He's got the Pollen back to help him as well.
I'm not too sure.
What can they really
too sure
do?
why they committed the stun. It's actually going to land out onto Spirit Breaker. That's going to be a lot of their control just out of the fight. It's going to be at least one leap being used there as Textile. Just the huge speed. And that's going to be a dieback out onto Mirana. I think they've just thrown the game as Tranquillo is so low there, but he doesn't care because it's already because he still has the Aegis. And alright, he's even going to be cold and braced up. There's only 2 heroes alive. There's going to be the Io back up in about 10 seconds or so, but they're going to lose at least their mid lane of Rax. Probably also at least another lane as, they might find a kill out onto Hakuman as they get another, he gets the cheese off as well. As that's going to be Daisy trying to fight through all of this. He is going to be healing himself up quite a bit as that's going to be the Bruce Split once again being used. They have another illusion doing quite a bit of work as
look at the heal on Tranquillo.
He's going to be stuck inside of, he's going to be stuck inside the base, and Tranquillo is still very healthy right now. Is another Wind Panda thrown up into Styling, and Styling is going to be tossing up Tranquillo, who is actually going to be tossing him back up thanks to the Aghanim Scepter. Styling is so low. The missed chances, no, it's not going to be enough. He actually is ending up going to go down, and that's going to be GG. What play going the way of Unlucky? They survive the sheer amount of pressure that Fox Gaming applied to them. They live for long enough, and at the end of the day, that's how you win games.
Exceptional late game decision making from Unlucky. Experience definitely showing through, like you said.